Thank you for honoring us with this event.
Thank you all very much. I apologize for being a little bit late. We're doing a little legislative work on the side, and I'd like to thank my fellow senators who are here today, Floyd McKissick, Stan Bingham, and Warren Daniel. Y'all need to give them a round of applause. They're working awful hard right now. But more than anything else, I'd like to thank Charles Belk and his family. This guy is someone who, through an incident that shouldn't have happened, but did happen, is trying to do everything he can to make sure it doesn't happen again. Because people don't deserve to go through what Mr. Belk went through, and his family goes through. This is not just him, but it's his entire family goes through this. And let me tell you that story briefly. Almost 1 year ago, on August 22nd, 2014, Charles Belk was walking to his car in Beverly Hills, California. Pretty nice place. To add money to his parking meter. And those parking meters are probably expensive. A nearby bank had just been robbed. And Charles Belk was mistakenly identified as a suspect because he fit the description. He was then handcuffed, transported to the police station, booked, denied a phone call, denied being told the charges he was being booked on, denied immediate access to an attorney, and jailed for 6 hours for armed bank robbery and accessory to armed robbery, and held under a $100,000 bond. Can you imagine that happened to any of us? Your life is changed in an instant, and your reputation is changed in an instant. Although he was released later that night and given a detention certificate which indicated he was detained and not arrested, an arrest record appeared on the sheriff's website, and a state legal process had to be followed to get the arrest record sealed and destroyed. This is totally unacceptable. Senate Bill 223 today, which these senators and many others helped pass along with several House members. And I'm proud to be the first governor in the country to address this very serious issue and sign Senate Bill 233. And let me tell you what this bill will do. It'll provide for the automatic expunction of certain records of a person when the charge or charges against the person are dismissed as a result of identity theft or mistaken identity. And identity theft is occurring an awful lot nowadays. It's happened in my family. And mistaken identity is also happening a lot. Good intentions gone bad. And the people who are misidentified shouldn't have to pay for it for the rest of their life, much less for the several hours that you had to spend in jail. And I can't imagine what your family was thinking at that point in time, and friends. Under current law, North Carolina will expunge certain offenses from a person's criminal record in cases of identity theft. Under this process, a petition for expunction is made to the court where charges were last pending. The order seeks to expunge all apprehension charges on trial records. This bill now goes a step further and includes mistaken identity. This applies when a mistake has been made in identifying who committed the crime, or when a witness or law enforcement officer has been given misinformation, and that often happens, on the person who committed the crime. In cases of identity theft or mistaken identity, if the conviction is set aside or the person is found not guilty, there is an automatic process for expunction of all court records, law enforcement records, DMV, and adult correction records. This law builds upon that and helps us make sure that we are defending the rights of those like Charles Belk, who we are proud is a North Carolina native. This law goes into effect December 1st, 2015, and I'm proud to sign it into law and hope other governors around the country will follow this lead. And again, I'd like to thank everyone. Can you imagine how many people this has happened to? Not only do you have short-term pain, but that reputation stays with you, stains you for a lifetime. And then for someone like Mr. Belk to be able to get a job, because no one will believe the story. Sure. I can't imagine that happening to you. I even see that in politics a few times. Once you're accused of something politically, you know, it's harder to defend yourself than it is to take the offensive.
Absolutely.
It's very hard to defend yourself and say, I am innocent. Usually the way you get off is someone else telling you you are innocent. And I'm just proud to sign this bill, and I'm proud of the leadership that we have behind me to make this happen. This is an historic time for North Carolina, and we're leading the way. And I'd like to thank all members of the Bell family and all his friends for making this happen, too. I think you deserve first being.
Thank you.
Senator, thank you very much. For your
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you.
Senator, thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for your leadership. Senator, thank you very much. Y'all need to give these gentlemen a round of applause. Would you like to say anything? I'd like to have Mr. Belk say something.
Absolutely.
Come over here.
Thanks, sir. I would have never thought a year ago when I was handcuffed on the curb that I would find myself here today. And, you know, I've been getting emotional lately. I don't know why, so apologies in advance. But, Governor, thank you so much. It's been through definitely the grace of God that has helped me through this moment. And my friends and family, and that extends to my social media family, because without my social media family, they encouraged me to keep it going. I just recently told this morning my assistant principal from high school, who I refer to affectionately as Mom Tham, my mother, Johnny Belk, and all my aunties that are in this room, because it truly takes a village to raise a person. And it is definitely a pleasure that I'm here with you. I'm here with the senators. Senator McKissick, who I met, been knowing for years, but I saw him last year, mention this bill to him, or mention this activity to him. He right away said, absolutely, I'll do something for you about that. And to see it this day come to this point, and not just for me, but for all the folks in this state and in this country eventually that are being affected by such activities, to now be affected positively by this law is just incredible and wonderful. Thank you so much, Governor.
You're a hero, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'd like to recognize Thomas Stiff also, Chief of Staff.
My high school
Another Durham guy. I'm honored to have Thomas. Senator, thank you for your leadership. Thanks to everybody.
Governor.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless every one of you.